You're listening to the Burnt Offerings podcast, a show about cigars, friends, faith, and general tomfoolery. Do not take these guys too seriously. Now, grab a stick, settle in, and let's set fire to foot. This is Burnt Offerings.
Hey, welcome back to the Burnt Offerings podcast. This is episode number 4. Stephen, tonight we're talking about all the shops we've loved before. We're going to have a little conversation about cigar shops, places that we've loved to have visited and smoked a wonderful cigar stick together. But before we get going, just want to introduce everybody again. Here's who we've got: the full complement tonight here with us.
The foursome.
The foursome, indeed. Ryan, hanging out with me. Welcome back. You've never been gone.
Good to be here. It's my garage.
I've never been.
Jason, so good to have you dead across from me.
Here I
My
am.
favorite eyes to stare into. And of course, Stephen, what a delight as well.
Listen, are Willie and Julio going to be here tonight? If we're going to love all the girls we love before.
The shops we loved
before.
Oh, classic. Ryan, I'm wondering, could you talk to us about what we're smoking tonight? Would you do us the honors?
Love to. We're smoking the Rocky Patel A.L.R, which we'll talk about what that actually means in a moment. But the Rocky Patel A.L.R second edition Toro. Beautiful looking box press cigar that I'm holding in my hands. Rocky Patel, one of my favorite cigar makers, because he's who I started smoking early in my career, and so I have an affinity for Rocky Patel. But this is a gorgeous looking cigar.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about look, appearance, wrapper.
Well, the wrapper, we were wondering what ALR stood for, and it's written right on the front of the wrapper. I guess we could have put that together. I just was like, oh, wait, here.
It's like Rocky knew people would have questions.
Wondering, right. And so we put it there. Aged, limited, rare.
And this is the second edition, box
Aged,
pressed.
Limited, rare.
Jason, talk to us about the wrappers themselves on it, the actual, like the
bands.
The bands, yeah.
It looks like you have a wrapper that has ALR and Rocky Patel. The little logo there looks like something you'd find on a papal bull. And then another wrapper that looks like it's a fragment of the Declaration of Independence with a little write-up about this lovely cigar.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll dive into that here a little bit, but let's take some just kind of first impressions pre-light before we get into lighting.
Let me read this.
Oh, yeah, please do.
Okay. In 2016, Rocky blended a cigar.
3 hours later.
I mean, this stick was Cigar Aficionado's number 4 of the year in 24.
Yes.
Wow.
They're aged, and this is interesting. We can talk about it more a little bit later, but it's aged 2 years post-rolling. They aged the tobacco. So there's a difference there, and we can kind of get into that. Impressions on the outside wrapper, the construction, that sort of thing, before we get into lighting?
Well, if I didn't know any better, I would think it was a Maduro cigar, but I don't think it is, based on what I've read.
This wrapper is flawless.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it is beautiful.
It is dark and chocolatey.
Yes.
Little veiny.
Yes.
Yeah, it's got some good color. It smells
like walking into an old barn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Earth. Yes.
Yes.
The earthy kind of smell you get from that.
Hay has been stored here.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's perfect, Jason. I like that.
Yeah, a little bit of that, not musty, but a little bit of damp earth.
Yeah.
Got some
Love it.
sweetness
Oh,
about
yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm. It smells very inviting. I'm going to go ahead and cut. I'm going to go with a V cut tonight.
Same.
Well, now that's an interesting pre-draw flavor.
Yeah, I got some sweetness there,
Yes.
which I'm looking forward to seeing what this manifests into throughout our smoke.
But we're talking like it smelled like it was grassy, but it's not in the flavor on
cold draw.
On the cold draw.
Yeah.
That's not there.
Yep. It's like a chocolate barn.
A Willy Wonka barn.
Yes.
I feel like I got in trouble as a teenager for watching a movie with the same title, but I just...
Take a look.
You guys want to light up? Let's light them up.
We're gonna Boy, this thing's will last forever this way.
All right, here we go.
Can you laugh and light at the same time, Jason?
Five days.
God, Patrick, you brought a shotgun lighter.
Just so you know, folks, Patrick just pulled out a Glock.
No, seriously.
What are you doing?
That really looks like a gun.
Yes, it does.
With a
With a laser
scope on
Well,
it.
this will be the
I'm
last.
sorry. Let me
Oh my gosh!
We'll turn
where
on the-
This is the last podcast episode we'll ever do.
Who did you steal that from? Where did you get that?
Well, I
Oh,
think
it does have a laser pointer on it. Oh my gosh!
Son of a.
Wait, if you can't see this, but there is now a red dot in the middle of Jason's toe, and now it's on his forehead. Oh man! Poor Jason's going to be blind after the end of the
You
evening.
are ridiculous.
Oh
so.
my.
I picked up this. It does resemble a small Glock.
It is one.
It's a torch lighter.
It's something.
I got influenced on the TikToks, and I figured, before the tariffs made such a creation as this expensive, this was $18 shipped to my door, and I thought it was hilarious. So I got myself a new lighter.
I ever tell you the story when I was in high school? We were shining one of these laser pointers around the cafeteria, and this wasn't a very bright gal. She came over and she was really upset with us. And she said, "You shouldn't shine lasers into people's eyes." And what she meant to say is because you'll burn their retinas. But she was like, "You'll burn their rectums." And we were like, whoa.
What kind of eyeball are we looking
That's
at?
a powerful laser right there.
Keep your rectum to yourself, and you wouldn't have this problem.
The first impressions.
Yes, smooth.
Yes.
The cold draw flavors aren't there yet.
Mm-mm.
But it's really good.
Yeah, I would agree with the smooth. I'm trying to pick out some early flavor notes. I don't know that I've picked out anything super distinct. I've got that earth, kind of that barn. That's there.
There's
Go ahead.
like a creaminess,
Yes.
not really a sweet cream, almost like a butter cream.
Yeah. My mind immediately went to graham cracker.
Okay, yeah.
That's a good word. Makeup on this. So filler is Nicaraguan. The binder is Nicaraguan. The wrapper is a Mexican San Andreas. And that's important here to Steven's note on the smoothness.
I find no fault in that wrapper.
I see what you did there.
I see what you did. Yeah, that was very cute.
Nice.
But does the San Andreas have a smooth notes about it?
Earthier and drier than the broadleaf, and then a broadleaf. Milder in sweetness, but richer in mineral and cocoa tones.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
More balanced than Habano, but less spicy or complex. And this is a box press, as we mentioned. And part of the reason they chose a box press on this, and this is from the manufacturer, from Rocky Patel. Part of the reason they chose that is that it adds a little more softening to the draw and often slows the burn as well. So that softness, that smoothness that you're getting, that's a combo of multiple things going on here. The wrapper is part of it. The box press is part of it, as well as the aging process, which on these, this particular blend, they aged for 2 years after rolling to add more depth, softness, and complexity.
Yeah, because when
It's good. I just started to get a little note of kind of picking up here. I'm not even a half inch in, but I got a little bit of a flavor that's starting to show up now. I've got some cedar that I'm picking up on it. You can tell something's coming here.
We don't have to dive into this now, but I'll mention it while it's fresh in my brain. What were some of the learnings when you first started venturing into shop? What were some of those feelings that you all experienced, and how did you kind of navigate those early day waters?
I think I think it depends on if you're much of a cigar smoker before you go into a shop the first time. If people have offered, or I was pretty early on. I think I had a cutter and a lighter at that point, but that was probably the extent of like my exposure. I was far enough along to have a couple accessories, right?
You were ahead of me, my friend.
Yeah, like some people go into a shop and they don't know how to cut a cigar.
I had money. That's all I had.
So I do think that's a different experience. If you're going in totally cold, man, the way that shop is run matters a lot, right?
Yeah.
Because, if you go in there, you're going to encounter some things, as you do in any new place, that you may not recognize, as even familiar, right? So the humidor itself is an experience. that's a spot where I actually think the right balance of a good shop owner kind of giving you the guidance if you want it and leaving you alone if you don't, man, they should be able to read that quickly, right? And when they do it well, but I even think that I remember distinctly the checkout experience was a little daunting to me at first because there was a lot happening at the counter, right? So I was with friends that helped me kind of select in the humidor, and that's helpful, right? Like that I didn't have to have that awkward interaction with the shop salesperson. But you get out to the counter now, you're checking out, and good shops like, do you want me to cut it for you? You know, can I get you something to drink? Yeah. I remember having this whole problem. Do people do that here? Like, do I need a Coke?
Do I use the guillotine box?
Yeah, like what the hell is this giant thing up on the front of the
right?
You know, like, and straight up, it's funny that you mentioned
four options. Four options.
Yeah, and I didn't know how to use it, so I didn't. Not because I was unwilling, but because I literally didn't understand. Like, what do I do with my cigar in this giant silver box? So I didn't. I went to my friend, who I think was you that night, Ryan, and when we sat down, because I didn't bring my cutter with me, because I didn't know, do you bring stuff? Do you bring your own lighter?
Right.
Do you bring, I just didn't know.
Yeah.
So we get to the chairs in the lounge area, and I'm like, hey, can you cut this for me?
By the way, it says the moil on the side.
Oh, on the side of our cigar?
On the side of the box.
Oh, of the silver box.
Come on, that's
the moil. Okay.
That's a really, come on,
I
man, that joke
you.
fell flat.
Nice.
I got you.
Oh, wow. Thanks. I appreciate you.
Oh, now I get it.
Now he gets it. There it is.
I think another intimidating thing is there's a shop that we love about an hour north where you walk out of the humidor and the register is surrounded by the regulars. And you have to walk through this gauntlet of cigar smoking old men.
Yeah.
Because it's always old men.
And you're interrupting their conversation to check out.
And they're all just staring at you.
Yes.
But they don't seem to mind that you interrupt their conversation.
No, but it's weird.
It's just strange. Like, okay. And this is one of my favorite shops.
Yeah, I love that shop.
Okay, it's one of my favorites. But it's still, I remember the first time going, oh my gosh. They're looking at me going, what are you doing here, boy?
You feel like you're interrupting like the small town breakfast coffee group every time you check out in that place.
You have to walk that same gauntlet to get to the bathroom, to go to the humidor, to get out of the building.
No, it's literally right there. Wasn't one of the guys, didn't he have like a cigar tip filter thing he stuck on the end of his cigars that he smoked all his cigars through? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
He put the little plastic like he was Corella DeVille, but it was on a cigar.
And there was a guy nicknamed Pope.
Yeah.
True. That's
Bless
true.
him. Bless him.
They had an ethnicity vibe going on. A bunch of Polish guys, or at least
a Polish shop.
Some of them are, and they live into it very well.
That's the hard thing is learning. To me, it's the learning the etiquette and learning the culture, and then knowing that may shift shop to shop even. You know.
Yeah.
You know, there are shops that will tolerate pipe smoking in the shop, no trouble. There are also shops that won't. There's shops that will let you, not usually, but there's shops that may tolerate you smoking something that you brought in if you purchased, you know. And there are ones that like, no,
not at all.
Even if you bought 26, you're only allowed to smoke what you bought there, you know. Which, you know, that's a little odd, but you know, it's their business. They're allowed to do it, right?
Well, we're about an inch or so into this cigar. I'm curious, what are you tasting? What are you thinking thus far? How has the first third of your cigar been treating you? Flavor profile wise, not super complex.
No.
But I don't say that as a negative. The flavors that are there, kind of that cedary creaminess, is just sitting very pure, very pronounced.
Very pronounced, yes.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it has stayed the same, and it is very smooth and creamy. That's the two things I would say about it.
Agreed.
I accidentally let mine go out there a little while, and relit, and I got a hit of that kind of sweet cream when I relit. There was a little bit of sweetness there, which again, welcome. Happy to have it.
So the idea of letting something sit. Now, Ryan, we know we've talked about this story where you had a friend or an online friend send you something and say, this is sat for 5 years, this is sat for 10. So in your experience with that, do things mellow or they become more prominent?
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't have a lot of experience where I've been diligent to to kind of proof test that a little bit. But that one cigar, which was a Punch Rothschild, the non-aged one was actually a little more subdued than the aged one. So similar flavor notes. Everything on the aged one was just more pronounced.
Okay.
And just intensified.
And how long did he say that one was aged?
10 years.
10 years.
Aged is 10 years.
This is 2.
Yeah.
By the time we got our hands on it, maybe 3.
Right. But not aged in their aging area.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Hume from there, right?
So I think, it I don't know if there is I'm sure there's not a science in that it's always going to do X versus Y. I think there's probably a lot of factors that go into. Some cigars tend to mellow in maybe in their strength or in their flavor profiles. Others, it actually accentuates. I remember hearing early on that Arturo Fuente cigars are meant to be smoked. They don't need to be aged. When they hit the retail shelves, they're ready to go. They're at their prime, their peak. They're not necessarily going to get better with age. They're already great. That's not to say that I haven't, smoked an 858 sun-grown and then 2 years later smoked another one and didn't notice that there was maybe a little bit of a difference. It was a great cigar both times.
Mm-hmm.
So
You know what time I think it is?
Hmm.
I think it's hot box time.
I don't want to hotbox the cigar.
No. I'm not talking about hotboxing your cigar. I'm talking about hotboxing our dear friend Jason.
Oh, I'm all for that.
Jason, let's put you on the hot box tonight. Listeners, as you'll remember, we've been getting to know each of our hosts a little bit more week in and week out. And Jason is the lucky son of a gun.
It's always fun when it's somebody else.
Yes, it is.
So the basic premise here is questions in any sort of rapid fire kind of response right off the hip there. Jason, whatever you come up with, we want to hear it.
Oh, boy.
We will pepper you with questions.
Be careful what you ask for.
Tonight we'll try and give you some that are kind of on the theme of our show, but really anything's game. I hope you came ready to sit in the hot box.
Light them up.
Okay.
Who wants to hit him first?
So let's just go on right off the bat here. What's the most awkward thing you overheard someone talk about? Not counting your friends, because there's plenty of that. My gosh, he's pink.
I thought my hand was on fire. He's shining his Glock laser on
He's
me.
got your laser on you.
I just want to put some pressure on him while he's in the hot box.
Either you speak or you get burned. I don't know. Awkward thing. Most awkward conversation you overheard that wasn't your conversation.
Wasn't my conversation.
In a shop?
In a shop.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Or
with
ever.
the theme. Not for whatever. Yeah, but in a shop.
I do recall one time it was in a shop, one of my favorite shops in Virginia. And there was a guy close by, an older man, who was having a conversation with another old buddy. You get to an age where you talk about your doctor's visits and everything.
Oh, boy.
And he was talking about a strange growth that he had discovered in his testicle. And clearly was not wearing his hearing aid that day, so thought he was whispering, but clearly was telling the entire shop that Johnny found something odd to the left. And that was strange. And it was a close, you've all been in that shop.
Yeah.
There's this historic shop in downtown Winchester, Virginia. And so the seating area, you're pretty much sitting in a very small circle.
By the front door.
By the front door. So, and I was like, okay, where do I go from here? I have no idea. So I just...
Sounds like to his doctor's appointment.
Yes, absolutely. So...
was it a concerning growth? I mean, were you worried?
He seemed concerned, and it was to the point where when I left, I said, good luck with the doctor's visit that's coming up.
I hope
I didn't know what else to say to him.
I hope old Lefty's fine.
My wife's always like, you don't have to say anything, but
don't we?
but don't we?
Don't we? I mean, we don't have to say something.
Some things you don't need to acknowledge, but I always feel like it should be acknowledged.
That's good. Poor fella.
So
I hope he's okay, by the way.
Me too.
Besides medical conversations, what is your biggest shop pet peeve?
Oh, top pet peeve. Oh, my goodness.
What grinds your gears?
What cracks your cap?
You know, one of the things that bothers me at a shop near us that we really enjoy is when you have TVs and you have the volume turned way up, and you can't have a conversation with people who are there. That drives me crazy. I'm okay with TVs, but we have been in multiple shops where you're there to watch the game or something like that, and it's turned so way up that just made conversation impossible anywhere else. And then when it's the owners who are doing that, that can be a little irritating at times.
Honestly, I think the best shops have spaces for both. You know, put your TVs kind of in one area.
But these shops usually have an open, have a large open room. You know, and so it's like okay, and that's just because when I go to a shop, I don't go to a shop to watch TV or anything like that. If I want to watch a game with you all, we'll go to somebody's house or do something like that. But the idea of going to a shop where there are other people who are there trying to enjoy their cigars and have a conversation, and I can't hear you because you're watching something, you know, on the TV.
I wish at least it was a game that mattered. Usually that's
fair. That's
like a rerun of SVU.
Right. It's right. Bad boys. You're like, I don't need to see that guy get arrested again.
Somebody's Netflixing like a
that's exactly what
B-list film.
Yeah, and I'm like, really? We're doing this here, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, come on.
Steve Harvey channel on the Roku, just running Family Feud clips the whole time.
Survey says.
Worst, or I'd be curious, worst and or best bathroom in a shop that you visited? Any memories there?
That is a wild question.
You are a hygienic guy. You care about spaces.
Yep.
Best and worst bathroom or any facility experience that you've had in a shop.
Yeah, so I will actually name this shop. So a shop that we love, the Cigar Vault, Worcester, Ohio. That's one of the best bathroom experiences right there. So,
pray tell, why?
Nice, clean, taken care of. So I appreciate that. So conveniently located. I don't have to walk, you know.
That's a point, right?
Yeah, I'm not going down MC Escher stairs trying to find wherever this thing is, where I try to go down and end up. So that's the nice one there.
Dishonorable mention there, the ethnic shop that we actually love that you got to walk past the regulars on. Man, their bathroom is like a supply closet /
coat room.
Actually, I was going to say that was the shop that I was going to say that I struggle with because it kind of feels like I'm either going to pee or going to a bus terminal.
But if you make a mess, you know where the cleaning supplies are.
Yeah, but you also feel like you're peeing. I mean, it's like...
And it's also where they store glasses if you're going to do pours of drinks.
That's true. Right, they do the dishes in the bathroom sink.
It's all there. So...
It's all in the
There's dish soap on the bathroom sink for the glasses that are stored above the toilet. Like if you want to have a bourbon and you didn't bring a cup, you can go ahead and get a house glass there.
I don't think I will.
It's just kind of
hard pass.
And the cashier is right outside outside the door. It's weird.
It is.
Patrick, I'm sorry, Jason, you get a pause on the hot seat for a half a second because I thought, what a weird question. But now that I'm thinking, you guys have short-term memories. There is a worse bathroom. There is a shop that we've been to a few times not far from here where the owner, I do believe, lives upstairs at the shop, and the bathroom has her denture cream, her toothbrush, and hair dryer,
and a centerfold. A Playboy centerfold from the 70s on the wall.
First off, we repressed these memories. Okay?
I completely.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about that? That shop, if it didn't have all those weird 15-degree off from normal scenarios, that shop could be very cool. It's a downtown shop.
Yes, it can be very vibey.
Yeah, it's like an old newsstand kind of vibe shop inside. But you're right, there's a loft above the private room that she lives in.
And then there's another shop that has a stupid European toilet that they had to put a sign on that says "touch here to flush."
Oh, yeah.
And you can't touch the right spot to get that damn toilet
That's
to flush.
a dickhead shop.
That's right.
I'll call it out. Well,
I forgot
excuse
about
the language
that.
if you're offended, but we affectionately refer to that as dickhead shop because the owner he just is. He just is. We've talked about him before, but yeah, I forgot they have a European touch I tried waving above it a couple times. Is it motion sensitive?
I just kick it and walk out.
Okay.
I don't think that works.
When it comes to this
It
shop,
works for me.
When it comes to this shop, we need to move on advice of counsel.
that's
My
good
lawyer
word.
says I'm not allowed to talk about this shop anymore.
Good.
Okay.
Early in my time, Jason, I don't remember if you were there or not, but a group of people that I worked with went over to a shop not too far from here, over closer to Cleveland, and the gentleman that owned it was Middle Eastern, I believe, and he was happy to order the pizza for us because we didn't know where to go, so he ordered it from his pizza shop. He didn't even give us an option. No, you're getting it from my uncle because he's bringing it to us.
That's some trust.
And then you go to the bathroom, and I'm not exaggerating here. Every Playboy from 1950 to 1992 was stacked up in the bathroom for your viewing pleasure, I guess.
Let's talk about that rabbit trail for a second.
Interesting that you noted the dates.
Not that I went through. Ooh, I don't got this.
Well, yeah, Stephen needed January of 52 real bad. Yeah,
right?
The communal porno mag is a weird move.
Yes, it is.
It really
You know what?
is.
I enjoyed reading this so much. I'd like my friends to get to partake in this together with me in my public bathroom. Go ahead, help yourself. This is the space for it.
If you need to borrow one, do you holler out, "Hey, I got January '97. I'm taking it with me."
Are you just
Thankfully, I don't go to those shops.
I've only been to that one.
how many guys are sitting there with blue balls?
I don't know. I don't know. Boy, I can know where this segment is going.
Hey guys, I was just in the bathroom. Quite some reading there.
But this gentleman ordered a pizza for us.
Was it good?
I mean, it was good pizza.
Hope he washed his hands.
I don't know where. He didn't serve it. He just ordered it. But he insisted on ordering it for us.
Was it a good pizza?
It was a good pizza.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Which one of us would give unsolicited advice to a stranger next to us about cigars? What unsolicited cigar advice?
The
Which
guy
one?
asking the question. You would give unsolicited advice and try to find some connection back to your home state.
That's real. That's real.
I've seen you tell trees how to grow better.
They should listen.
There's a Progressive commercial where the guy's at the gas pump and he sees the Oklahoma license plate. Oh, you're from Oklahoma? And every time he does that, I tell my wife, that's Steven right there. So that's what he would do. Except it wouldn't be Oklahoma.
It would be Texas.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you got Texas plates there.
He's got Texas plates there. What part?
I would. Yes, that would be real.
And there are many parts of Texas.
They're real. I would have a conversation.
Okay, Jason, you walk into a new shop.
Yes.
What is the cigar that you're hoping to find there? Kind of hey, I don't know what they have, but I'm going in looking for blank. What's that cigar for you?
Luciana has become kind of my favorite cigar label. And so that started with Patty, you introduced me to. They have a cigar, the Y Panda, which I love. Ryan, I think you and I had their Connecticut Y Panda, which we're maybe in a future episode we can look at that. That was the most complex Connecticut I've ever smoked in my entire life.
Interesting.
And it was tasty. So I'm probably looking for something along those lines there. If I can find something like that, then that's what I'll go for. If not, I'm always looking for Camacho.
Okay.
So the Camacho broadleaf is probably like home base for me. It's just a nice.
It was their barrel aged, but they stopped making it.
Yeah, and they used to have a port barrel aged that you all know was near and dear to my heart.
Yes.
And then Camacho said, "We hear that a guy named Jason likes this cigar. We should stop making it.
We're never making it
because
again.
we hate him." And so I was like, "This is ridiculous."
I didn't know you caused some vitriol.
Actually, I got a letter in the mail from my dearest Jason. It has been a fortnight since you smoked our port barrel cigar last.
My dearest Jason.
And there will be many fortnights until you smoke it again.
Because we'll never make it again.
Rest in peace. We hate you.
That's a very, very pointed letter you got.
It was a pretty mean letter.
Yeah,
never mind them.
Sweetest Jason. Well done. Well done in the hot box tonight. Good sir. You accomplished it. We're a little ways in. What are you guys tasting? What are you smoking?
About halfway through this Rocky Patel A.L.R. And I'm getting some faint spiciness that kind of lingers after the exhale. Still creamy cedar, but now with a little hint of peppery.
Yeah, you're a little further along than me right now.
I am the Stephen Cole of the group.
Yes,
I
I'm
intentionally
so
tried
glad
to
it's
slow
not
down
me.
a little bit.
Well done, Ryan. Well done.
In fact, probably too much because I had to relight twice. But
Same.
But I'm hitting that as well. I've got a little bit of hints of spice coming in there a little bit. It's also I did read in the description these are supposed to be really good for retrohale, which I'm not good at, but I've been trying, and there is more flavor there when you can get a little bit up through the nose.
Have we tried to define retrohale on the podcast?
I think we have, but the short reminder is that's pulling the smoke up through the nasal cavity, so you can get kind of the full body of the flavor there.
And that's where I get the graham cracker.
Yeah,
Been doing
on
that.
the nose there.
I've been smoking a graham cracker the entire night.
It's a pleasant smoke.
It
is.
very much is.
Well, it's consistent throughout.
Yeah.
Which I will say this, in my experience with Rocky Patel, this is a quintessential Rocky Patel cigar.
Yeah.
Quality, consistent, even flavor throughout. I can't think of a single Rocky, and he makes a lot of cigars. I mean, if you're new into cigars and you're like, I don't know where to start, you can find something in the Rocky house.
Oh my goodness. That is so true.
And they're just all really quality, good sticks that just hold true. His quality control is outstanding.
Well, here's what I'll say about this stick. You know, we comment a lot about what notes you're getting as you're smoking it. This is probably one of the few sticks that I've smoked that after I've exhaled the smoke and it's all gone, there still is a sweetness that remains in my mouth.
Yeah.
Not like, because a lot of times you catch those notes when you smoke, but then afterwards you get a lot of the carbon and all that's left over behind. I'm not getting that from this. So
I totally agree. This doesn't taste like I'm going to taste it in the morning. I'm sure I will, but
it almost is like when I smoke a pipe.
Yeah.
You know, kind of just how that pipe tobacco kind of that smoke is.
Ryan, you okay, buddy? You just like you were holding your breath for 20 minutes.
You tried to retrohale, didn't you?
I retrohaled, and I'm going to tell you what.
Oh, buddy.
The flavors.
All right, I got to try one here in a
I
second.
did it a second ago. I got graham cracker like he did.
Yeah, graham cracker, like dry oak wood.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
My heaven.
It's delightful.
So cedar shows up more. So I got
Big
cedar
time.
on that.
Big time.
I did get the graham cracker that you spoke of. I got a little bit of like a tart, like a fruity tartness there on the last chunk of that. Like it was
Would it be a plum? Should we get confirmation from Steven that it's
never had a plum.
Yes,
Yes, the ever elusive plum.
oh plum, feel it in my plums.
Feel it in my plums.
Feel it in my plums. I know we're talking about flavors, but I've noticed the ash on this.
Yeah.
It seems different to me.
How so?
I don't know. It's whiter than normal. Is it not? Is it just me?
I've heard some people say that it's believed that if the whiter the cigar ash, that's a sign or it's indicative of the higher quality, the premiumness of a cigar, which is totally fake news.
Fake news.
It has nothing to do with how expensive the cigar is. It has everything to do with science and the minerals that are in the earth where the seed was planted.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Makes a lot more sense. I mean, I'm sure it makes for a good, a good cigar shop snub story, right? Like, oh, you're smoking a Gray 14 cigar, you cheap bastard. It's
You can only really call it truly white ash if it was grown in the Champagne region.
Yes.
The champagne.
Otherwise, it's just a sparkling cigar.
Oh boy,
That's fair.
it.
That's fair.
That's it.
I'm getting some of the spice you were talking about, Ryan.
Okay. Yeah.
On the back of the tongue.
It's super subtle, though.
Yeah.
Does it taste aged, limited, and rare?
Not in the way that I think I was expecting it to. I think I probably had an unrealistic expectation of what aged, limited, and rare ought to taste like. That's not to say that this at all tastes bad or I would smoke this cigar again and again. I will say though, with those qualifiers, this doesn't feel as special as some of the other cigars that we smoke. Like the EP Carrillo was one that I was just like, wow, that's a special cigar. To me, this is just another great offering from Rocky.
Yeah.
But even that subtle kind of spiciness on the back of the tongue, it still remains a smooth smoke.
Very much so.
Just it's steady.
I've resigned to referring to it for me as a buttery, creamy smoothness.
Yeah.
And that has just been the foundation that all the other flavors have kind of ridden upon.
I will say I get more spice on the relight. Like when I'm relighting, I'm pulling a lot more spice through, but it mellows right back out.
Are you licking the flame?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you got me.
Yep. I've been licking the flame again. Did you just cock the thing? Oh my gosh.
No, you don't have to. It's just a feature.
It's just a feature.
Just
At
ratchet
$3
his back and you just light the thing.
I will say this thing has a tank on it.
Do you drop the clip out of it to refill it?
No, but you can take the flashlight laser component off if you want to.
It doesn't sort of look like a gun. It is a gun.
It is a
It's
gun.
not an actual gun.
Ryan, you mentioned the fact that these words made me think it was something that it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Aged, limited, rare. I was hoping it would be unique. It's chill.
Yeah.
It's not unique.
Right.
It's good.
Right.
But it's not unique. It's pretty chill.
Yeah, it hasn't introduced like a novel flavor that I haven't had in a cigar before.
Right.
But the flavors that it has, it's doing very well.
Yeah.
What's our price point on this?
That's a great question.
And $14.
Yeah,
12 to 15 in that range.
I can tell you exactly what these cost.
Okay.
This was a 5-pack for $75. They were $15 a stick.
15.
Less than $100 a stick. Okay.
So $15.
These were $15 a stick. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's discounted because you bought them in a 5-pack.
Probably off the single or what you would see in a store, right?
$16 to $17.
That probably has more to do with the limited run than say the quality of the stick. I think that's the scarcity that's going on there.
Correct.
There's only so many of them, so they can get away with charging a little more than if they made these in mass. I was surprised. I was expecting, knowing what we knew about this stick ahead of time with that San Andreas wrapper, I was expecting a more kind of earth forward, dirt forward taste on the profile, which we get almost like a Sumatran coffee,
Yeah.
where you get a real earthy, and it's not been that way. It smelled like that, before we lit, pleasantly, but I'm getting I would describe the notes of spice that I'm getting are kind of warm. If that makes sense. Yeah, it's not a sharp heat. It's a more mellowed spice. Kind of warms the edge of the tongue, when it hits, but it's not. It's gentle in that regard.
My experience is, I would not shy away from a San Andreas if this is what San Andreas does to sticks, right? Like if it's going to chill it out, if it's going to knock down a little bit of the spice and give me something a little more creaminess and all that, I'd be like, oh, I'll do that again.
Yeah, what this has definitely done for me has piqued my interest in San Andreas wrapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I've knowingly smoked a San Andreas.
Correct.
Maybe I have, but I didn't know it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think some of the CAO national line where they have those different countries, I think a couple of them might have San Andreas in it.
Okay.
Viva la Mexico, right? Rocky Patel A.L.R.
A.L.R.
Aged Limited Rare, second edition, into the final third. What are the thoughts?
Steady Eddie.
That's right.
Steady Eddie.
It's not going to, it's got a dark wrapper. So if you're a noob, you may step away from it because you think, oh no, I don't know what that is.
Visually, you might be scared of it. Yeah.
Don't step away. It's super chill. It'll just go right there with you.
Yep.
It doesn't go up. It doesn't go down. It just stays right there.
Frankly, the more years that go on, the less likely you are going to be to find this edition of it. They might have another run at some point, a third edition, fourth edition, but realistically speaking, as we record in 2025, the likelihood that you're going to find more and more of these on shelves is going to decrease just based on the numbers that they produce. Only 140,000.
I imagine I am probably missing some of the nuance that has made this the number 4 cigar of last year. of 2024, the number 5 cigar when it debuted in 2019. While I wouldn't rate that high for me, part of it, because for me, what makes a cigar a good cigar isn't just taste alone. The construction on this thing is
excellent,
wonderful. The burn for me has been good. I've not had the relighting issues, and there's so many factors that go into that, right?
Literally just me talking too much or waiting.
It's burned. It started off a little crooked, but it evened itself out and has stayed even throughout. The ash has held firm throughout. Good volume of smoke. These are all things for me that kind of go into the total experience of the cigar. And so while I would say it's not the most flavorful or exciting cigar I've smoked, it's been super enjoyable. I think it's worth the price that was paid for it. And I would certainly smoke it again. It would choose to buy it for myself. Obviously, if you want to buy one for me, I'll always smoke that cigar. But I would buy this myself and enjoy it.
I agree. If we're going to put a number on it, because it was good all the way through, but not, I was expecting, it's not going to be an 8, it's probably going to be a 7. I can see why it got a real, like if you're wanting to smoke something that is consistent all the way through, and you're not a noob like us, and we didn't know him any better, and you didn't get your hopes up, I can see why I got a rating that it got. Mm-hmm. Because, man, it's been consistent and good the whole time.
If I could retrohale more consistently, I think that would have livened the flavors, made it a little more exciting. Because the one time I did, it was something pretty neat.
Yeah,
the tasting notes on this from the manufacturer, from Rocky, has cocoa, dried fruit. I got a little bit of that fruit in there at one point, but it wasn't super pronounced. There was a sweetness there to that creamy, and I did enjoy that. I agree. It's been very steady, good construction, plenty of smoke. It's a good stick, no doubt about it. I couldn't not recommend it. Right? Somebody says, "Hey, do you think I should?" Yeah, sure. I don't know at the price point. I mean, $15. I'm glad I smoked it. I'm with you, Ryan. Somebody wants to give it to me again. But I'm not rushing back to buy it at $15. But I will say this: if they did a 3rd edition, I probably would try the 3rd edition.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I would. Stephen, you said you gave it a 7. That was your rating, 7 out of 10. I would give it. I'd give it a 6.5. And part of why it's a little low for me is I know there are other Rockies that I enjoy more. So fairly or unfairly, I'm rating this against a Rocky New World, which I would put in that 8.5. I don't even know if he makes those anymore, honestly. The vintage 1990, that's a 9 for me. There's the Rocky Patel Edge, another 7.5, 8. So part of my rating is impacted by the fact that I've had some other Rockies that are just a better all-around cigar for me. So I'm going to give it a 6.5, but again, I wouldn't dissuade anybody from avoiding it because it's a lower score than I've given other cigars that we've tried.
Yeah. I would say very easy to smoke, very smooth smoke, great flavor throughout. I don't have the experience you do with Rocky Patel. I'm probably at an 8.5 for this cigar.
Oh, nice.
This was
big number.
It hits a good spot for you. You do like a little more smoother, mellow.
Yes.
Yeah, so that makes total sense.
Yes, so this was, I think, for people like me who may tend to shy away from darker cigars, this was a very pleasant surprise.
Good.
In smoking. So,
that's great.
And frankly, Ryan, to your point, though, I think if this could be a gateway into exploring other Rocky Patels, that number could change.
Mm-hmm.
But my first kind of foray with this, excellent. Love it.
Yeah, if that thing was $8, you'd probably buy it all the time.
Yeah. And I agree. The price would be difficult for me to swing again and again, but this was quite tasty.
I'm a 6.5 on my little personal rating scale. And that mostly comes in great construction. I wanted a little more complexity or variety out of the smoke. I don't know if that's fair to want that out of this stick. I will say I liked getting exposed to San Andreas. I'd be willing to try more of those.
Yeah, I want to explore
wrapper,
some San Andreas wrappers.
I totally agree.
There were certainly notes, in the cold draw and in the initial kind of sniff test along this before we lit that Oh, I'd like to explore some more in that profile. Construction's fantastic.
Yes.
Well-made stick, great presentation. You know, I mean the band,
marketing department is killing it on the band work.
Yeah, the bands are
gold embossed band and it's
amazing.
Beautiful.
Nearly the entire cigar was banded.
yes, yeah.
Well, listen, good experience as always. Trying to.
What just happened?
Burn my fingers.
Oh, good Lord. That's making the cutting room floor.
Gosh.
Oh, I thought you had a sound effects machine over there doing your own sound effects.
This Rocky Patel A.L.R. second edition, worthwhile. Always worthwhile when you're smoking with friends.
Absolutely.
Hopefully it's been an enjoyable journey to learn about some of the shops that we've loved. And of course, Jason's very specific rules for his shop. Speaking of, hopefully next episode, you'll tune back in as we're going to take a journey down and talk about if we could design the perfect cigar shop or lounge. What would that look like for us collectively? What would that look like individually for us? Dream lounge design next time with us on the Burnt Offerings podcast. Thank you for listening. As always, tell a friend.
Thank you for listening to Burnt Offerings. Be sure to subscribe on your favorite platform and let us know what you thought of the show.